And a lot of them were good, but this one is great. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. So good. I'm so crazy about you. I'm so crazy about you. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Faye, and if you are not new here, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And girl, it's been a minute. I'm honestly so excited to be back in my beauty room filming videos for you guys. I did a whole clean out that's actually still in progress of decluttering, changing some things around. You guys probably noticed the background looks a little bit different. I've been just like moving things around, reorganizing, decluttering, and it really just helped me to clear my mind and renew that excitement for filming beauty content for you guys. So yeah, I just wanted to say that to start out this video. I know a couple of you guys have been mentioning in the comments that you've been missing the beauty content, so I'm bringing it back for you guys. And yeah, happy new year, happy 2022. I hope that you guys are all doing well. I hope you've had a great start to your new year so far. Honestly, for me personally, the first 2 weeks, it was like trial and error. I was still kind of getting in the groove. So if you are somebody that hasn't quite found your motivation, got that pep in your step, gotten that New Year's vibes happening yet, don't feel bad, because it took me about 2 weeks to really get like, all right, come on, like, let's get to it. So I'm sure some of you guys can relate. If you feel where I'm coming from, let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, I don't want to ramble too much in the intro. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. As you can see by the title, I'm going to be sharing with you guys all of my favorites from 2021. I tried my best to narrow it down to my top 21 products, but honestly, every single time I was trying to like cut things out, I was like, ooh, I can't. I have to share that with them. So there are a lot of products that I have been loving for a really long time that I've mentioned to you guys several times in previous videos. So definitely check out my previous best of beauty videos, because I didn't want to repeat too many of those items, because I do have a lot of new stuff to share with you guys. And I'm also not going to be sharing any of my lifestyle favorites. So perfume, hair care, all of that kind of stuff, I'm going to be doing a separate video, because otherwise, girl, we would be here all day. So I'm only going to be sharing with you guys makeup and skincare in this video. Everything that I share with you guys will be listed and linked for you guys down below per usual. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and you like the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the favorites. All right, guys, so I'm gonna start off with makeup, and then we'll go into, or should I start off with skincare? Yeah, let's start off with makeup, and then I'll go into the skincare at the end. So the very first product that I wanna share with you guys is actually a makeup tool. You guys have seen me use it pretty much in every makeup tutorial that I filmed in 2021, and it is the DSMD Beauty Sponge. This one is dirty because obviously I just finished doing my makeup, but these are honestly some of the best beauty sponges out there. Since I found these sponges, they are the only sponges that I have been using. I have several brand new beauty blenders that I have not touched for at least a year. I know all of 2021 I was not using beauty blenders. I was using these. I actually have several more in my drawer, but these are the two that I've been using recently. I've been using this one to actually blend out the makeup on my face, and I like the black one to apply powder and stuff to the skin. So these are really good. They're like $6 to $9-ish. And for the price, you honestly cannot beat it. And they also happen to be Black owned and woman owned. So I always link these for you guys down below in my description. I will link them for you today. If you have not picked up one, girl, I don't know where you've been, but you need to go ahead and get you one, get you two, get you three, and go ahead and just convert all your sponges over to these. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. So next up, I'm going to talk about primers. I'm pretty much going to go in like the order that I would typically do my makeup. So I have two primers to share with you guys. If you've been watching my videos over the course of last year, neither of the two of these will come as a surprise. The first one is from Fenty Beauty. This is the mattifying primer. Now, if you've been following my videos, you guys know when the original primer came out, I was obsessed with that one, the Soft Focus, I think it was called. Yeah, I think it was called Soft Focus. That one I was obsessed with. It was my favorite. And when I initially tried this one out, I wasn't really a fan. I was like, oh, it's kind of cool, but I don't like it as much as I like the Soft Focus. Well, I don't know what changed, but this was one of those products where when I tried it initially, I didn't love it. And then I came back to it a couple months later and I fell in love with it. This has been the only primer that I have been using. Well, and I'm saying instead of my Soft Focus, I've been using this one, the mattifying one. As you can see, it's all the way down here because I literally use it every single time that I do my makeup. And the thing that I really like about this one is not only does it mattify the skin and help to control my oil throughout the day, but I noticed that it also has a slight blurring effect to it, and I think that's what made me fall in love with it. I noticed that when I applied it to the skin, it kind of blurred out my pores a little bit as well. Not anything major, but it does have a slight blurring effect to it that really made me fall in love with this one. So this primer, whether it be this one or the Soft Focus, is always the first thing that I put on my skin before I go in with any other primers, any other foundation, concealer, any of that stuff. I always go in first with the primers from Fenty. They are really, really great primers, and I just feel like personally, I notice a huge difference in the way that my makeup wears when I don't use either this one or the original. So definitely had to give that one a shout out. And then also, you already know the relationship that I have with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. There is a reason that this primer has so much hype around it. It really is a amazing, amazing, amazing primer. I use this one as the last step. So let me just tell y'all, if you're new here, I have oily skin and I normally do primer concoctions. So I normally do my Fenty primer, and then I'll normally do a smoothing primer, and then I'll do a gripping primer as the last one on top. So, and I apply each primer to specific areas of my face based on like what areas of my face need the particular primer. I think I'm going to do like a separate video just explaining it all because I know it can be a little bit confusing. So I may do that as a separate video. But this is the last primer that I always apply regardless of the other primers that I put on first. I always end with this one because it does a great job, not so much of controlling oil or helping my makeup last longer necessarily, but it really is going to grip and hold on to the products that you put on top of it, which I really like because my other primers, they're doing the mattifying, they're doing the oil controlling for me, they're doing the smoothing for me, and then this one is going to grip and hold on to my makeup. So when I do get, or if I happen to get a little bit oily throughout the day, or if I'm sweating or whatever the case may be, when I go in and I blot my face, my makeup is not going to be coming off of my face. It's only going to be the oils or whatever is sitting on top of my skin. That is why I like this primer. So highly recommend. I will leave it for you guys linked down below as always. They also have it in like a deluxe size. So if you don't want to try out the full size, you can try out a smaller version first to see how you like it. But that one is definitely a must-have. I guess everything in this video I'm going to be saying is a must-have, but I'm just saying. So next up, I'm going to talk about foundations. I have 3 foundations that I want to share with you guys. The first one is a drugstore, and it is this one from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream Full Coverage Natural Finish Foundation, or CC Cream. I have the shade Tan 425 Neutral. It is very neutral, so sometimes I will mix in another foundation or something to kind of warm it up just a little bit. But I fell in love with this over this past year, especially having to wear masks throughout the day, like if I'm having to go into a store or really just going out in general. I found that this foundation, along with my full face routine that I do, it holds up really well underneath my mask, and it just lays flawlessly on top of the skin. And even though it's a CC cream, it gives me really, really great coverage. So definitely had to give this one a mention. Next up is this one from NARS. You guys already know. I did a full review on this one, a wear test. If you're interested, I'll try to remember to link it either in the cards or down below for you guys if you want to check that out. But I have this one in the shade Maria Medium Deep 2.3. The review that I did was when this initially came out. When I saw soft matte, y'all already know, oily skin, matte, yes please. I went ahead and picked it up, did a review, and I have been in love with this one ever since. So many of my other foundations have been neglected because I have been using this one nonstop. So again, if you want more information or like a more in-depth kind of like chatty review about it, I will try to remember to link it for you guys. If I forget and you're interested, you can just search Fayy Lenee NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation, or let me know in the comments and I'll link it for you there. But this is such a great foundation, definitely worth every penny. And then last but not least, this is a little splurge that I picked up, I think at the beginning of the year during the Sephora VIB sale. I picked up the Pat McGrath foundation. I'm still storing it in the box because first of all, the packaging is just everything. And also, she's expensive, okay? She's expensive. So I'm keeping everything she came with because she was pricey, but this is what she looks like. Gorgeous packaging. I got mine in the shade medium 18. I believe I did a review. I don't think it was dedicated, but I believe I did like a full face testing, all of like the new products I got from Sephora or something like that, and I tested out this foundation. I really do like this one. This one is going to be great for those days when you want a more breathable, light, I don't want to say natural. It is kind of leaning more on like the natural finish, but it does have buildable coverage. But the thing that I really love about this one is just that it's really lightweight on the skin. It feels like you're not wearing anything, but it still gives you a really nice kind of smooth coverage, if that makes sense. It's not super full coverage, so with this one I tend to go in on the areas that I feel like need a little bit extra and just kind of spot conceal or spot correct. But this is such a beautiful foundation. It just gives what it needs to give every time, so definitely recommend. So next up, I have two concealers to share with you guys, and I'm not going to share my usual holy grails. You guys already know, like I said, you can go back and watch my previous like top 10 favorite concealers and all of those kinds of videos where I have shared a lot of concealers with you guys that I absolutely love. So for this video, I wanted to only share the items that I don't think I've shared as much with you guys on my channel. And the first two are these from NARS. So these are the Soft Matte Complete Concealers. I have two shades. The first one is in Caramel, which is kind of closer to my skin tone. It's a little bit lighter than my complexion. I think my complexion is Amande. But I don't think they had that one when I went to get these. So I have Caramel, and then I have Sucre d'Orge, which hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but it's medium dark 1.5. So one is a little bit lighter, and then one is probably like one shade lighter than my complexion, because they didn't have my actual complexion tone when I went to get these, if that makes sense. But I really love both of these concealers. I like to use Caramel to spot conceal. I actually used it on my face today. I am testing out the new NARS foundation. So that video will be coming for you guys really soon. But that particular foundation is a medium coverage. So there were some areas on my skin that needed a little bit of extra love, extra coverage. So I went in with this one just to spot conceal. And then I also like to use the lighter shade to conceal under my brows, which I do have it on my brows today. So love these. I feel like I'm becoming like a NARS fan. I never used to purchase products from NARS. I think just because I just didn't have much experience with the products, and they're also a little bit more on the pricey side. But ever since I've like started trying them, I've just been obsessed with them, and I feel like I just keep purchasing more and more and more NARS products. So yeah, I have been loving those. And then the next one that I have is from Natasha Denona. This is the Transfix Matte Concealer in the shade 20W, which is warm/orange. So this concealer I use for color correcting. Like the name suggests, it is a warm orange tone. So I use it normally underneath my eyes, on any dark spots, around my mouth, any areas that need a little bit of extra love and attention. I like to use this. Like it says, it is a matte concealer, but it is super full coverage. So it works really great with something like the Pat McGrath foundation. If you need a little bit of extra coverage, you could go in and color correct with this, set it down, and then go on top of it with the foundation, a medium to lighter coverage foundation, and your skin will look absolutely flawless. So definitely had to mention that because I pretty much use that every time that I'm doing my makeup, and I want to make sure that I have a nice smooth base. All right, so next I have two powders to share with you guys. I have one kind of like face setting powder and one bronzer. So the first one is this one from Urban Decay. I don't remember exactly when this powder came out, but I have been using it nonstop ever since it came out. As you can see, I have already hit pan on this one, and I already have a backup sitting over here to the side. I love this powder for so many different reasons. It's a really great multi-purpose powder. I keep one in my purse and one in my beauty room for when I'm getting ready. I like to use this underneath my makeup, on top of my makeup. I like to use it to set throughout the day, and it really is truly a translucent powder. Even though it looks like it has a little bit of color, like light color to it, it really is a true translucent powder. When I apply it on top of my face, it does not change the color of my foundation or anything like that. It just helps to set and mattify everything really nicely. And this one, it does say it's a waterproof setting powder. I haven't tested the waterproof aspect of it, but I do know, being oily and like if I'm out in the sun sweating and stuff like that, I have noticed that when I have this powder on, or when I use it to refresh my makeup, it does a really great job of absorbing moisture, oil, and all of that kind of stuff if it happens to be on my face. So definitely had to mention this one for all of my oily skin girls. And then the other one is from Fenty. I'm not even going to talk about this a long time because y'all already know. This is the Fenty Sunstalker bronzer in the shade Caramel Cutie. I've had this pretty much ever since Fenty launched the bronzers, and this year in particular I have been reaching for it nonstop. I've tried out a lot of different bronzers. I own a lot of different bronzers, but there's just something about this one that it just, from my skin, it just gives what it needs to give. So a lot of times I would just reach for this one. Even when I try out or use other bronzers, I'll still go in and mix a little bit of this because it just gives what it needs to give on my skin. So definitely had to give that one a quick little mention. All right, so while we are on face powders, I have a blush palette to mention to you guys. It's this one from Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is the Rouge Romance palette, and I have mine in, what shade is this one? I think, because I'm pretty sure there were two different, I guess the shade of this one is Rouge Romance, and then maybe the other one is called something different. I'm not really sure, but I got the warm tone one. So basically there's a pinky tone blush palette and then there's a warm toned blush palette. So I got the warm toned one, and I really love these blushes. I have them on my face today. They are super pigmented, so a little of it goes a long way. And I also like that all of these shades, they kind of just work together. So a lot of times I'll kind of just mix and match. Like today I mixed Tempting and Pretty Posh, and I'll just apply them to my face. Depending on what makeup look I have going on, I'll just kind of mix and match them. But like I said, the thing I really like about these is they are very pigmented. A little of them goes a long way, and they're going to last on your face all day. All right, so just a few more makeup products, and then we're gonna go ahead and move on to the skincare. So the next two products I have are both from Rare Beauty, and the first one is this eyeliner. This is the Perfect Strokes Matte Liquid Eyeliner. I actually have it on my eyes today. This was a product that I tested out. I think both of these products actually, so I'll go ahead and mention this one as well. This is the Rare Beauty Brow Harmony Brow Pencil, and I have mine in the shade Deep Brown. I believe when these launched, I tested both of these in a full face testing new makeup products, and I fell in love with both of these. This liner is super black. It's super matte. As you can see, like I said, I have it on my face today, or on my eyes today. And the thing that I really love about this is, for me, sometimes I do tend to get watery eyes. I do wear contacts. So sometimes when I'm outside, if it's super bright or super windy especially, I will, like, my eyes will water. And I always have a hard time finding eyeliners that don't smudge, that aren't like smearing all over my face when my eyes start watering. And this one, girl, it's good. It stays in place. It does not budge when my eyes water. It's just really good. And like I said, it's super black and super matte. And same thing with this. When I tried this brow pencil out, I typically use the Benefit Goof Proof, which I have on my brows right now. Love that brow pencil. But the thing that I really love about this one is that it gives a lot of color on the brow. So if you're someone that likes your brow to be kind of like how mine is, I like a gradient, but like on the outer part of the brow, I kind of like it to be a little bit darker and more filled in, especially on areas where I have sparse hairs. I like to really be able to like fill those in a little bit, like kind of dark, if that makes sense. And with this, I liked that, first of all, it gave me the color that I wanted, a nice neutral brown. It also has a really nice buildable color, so you can apply it lightly or you can build it up and make it really dark. And then I also like that pretty much from the time I put it on, because I did a wear test with this one, from the time I put it on to 8 hours later, it looked exactly like it did when I put it on initially. It hadn't smeared, it hadn't moved, like it just stays in place. So this is a really great brow pencil. It also has a brow gel on the other side. I never use the brow gel. I just use the brow pencil side, and it's angled similar to, oh, this one is empty. I have another one of these. I must have put the one that is new back up in my drawer, but it's like an angled, I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but it's like an angled tip similar to the Anastasia brow definer. And yeah, it's so good. So I don't ever hear anybody talk about these two products from Rare Beauty. I hear people talk about a lot of other products from her brand, but these are so good. So don't sleep on these because they're really good and not enough people talk about them. And then also another product that I heard a couple people talk about, but honestly not enough, is this from Kiss. I mentioned this a couple of times in previous videos, but this is the Kiss Lash Glue Liner. I don't remember where I got this. I think this was sent to me because I definitely didn't purchase it, I don't think. Did I get it in a BoxyCharm? I don't remember where I got it, but I have it in the shade black, and I have since ordered the the clear one too. This is so convenient. If you are somebody that has a hard time applying your lashes, you need this. So like I said, they have it in black and they also have it in clear, and it's basically a liner tip. And you just apply it on like a liner, and then you can just pop your lash on without dealing with any glue or anything like that, and it is gonna hold your lash in place. It's a very strong glue, and it takes out the mess, it takes out the guessing. You can just apply it exactly where you want, really close to your lash line, and then pop that lash on right where you want it, and it's gonna stick and it's gonna hold all day. The other thing I really like about this is sometimes when I use glue, like today, I use my Ardell, I think, is it Ardell? No. What's the name of the glue? Anyways, I used a glue, the Lash Duo. I used Lash Duo glue, and it stuck pretty much for the most part, but in the inner corner, sometimes I have a hard time like really getting it to stick and stay on. So I like these because I can just go in, or like throughout the day, for example, if your lash starts lifting, you can just go in right in that area. You can apply it exactly where you want the lash to stick because the point on this is so thin and precise, and then you can stick your lash down exactly where you want it to be. So I cannot say enough good things about this. Highly recommend. Very inexpensive. I think you can get these for like $6 or $7. Y'all know Kiss is not expensive. So if you haven't tried these, definitely recommend. And then for lip products, I have a lip balm and I have a lip gloss. So the first one, again, is from Fenty. I do own all of these. These are the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Creams. I purchased them with my own money from Sephora when they launched. I'm a huge fan of them, but this one in particular, I love the most. This is the Fenty Glow. So this is the shade that is basically similar to the original Gloss Bomb. So she has like the original Gloss Bomb, I think it's called Universal or something like that. Then she has the Gloss Bomb Cream of that same shade. And then I think she also has Gloss Bomb Heat of that same shade. And then I think there might be one other lip color of that same shade. But nonetheless, this one in particular is my favorite. This one in Honey Waffles. And I'll show you guys. I actually have it on my lips right now, but I do have a lipstick on underneath this. So I'll just show y'all a quick swatch. And these are basically meant to be more pigmented than the Gloss Bombs, but still like super glossy. So that's what it looks like. A nice just pink shade, perfect for every day because you really can't go wrong with it. It's like a My Lips But Better kind of shade. And then like I said, I do have it on my lips right now on top of a lipstick. I keep this one in my purse because, again, like I said, it literally goes with everything. And then I also have this one for when I just need a little bit of extra moisture on the lips. This is from Tree Hut. It's a lip butter, and this is what this one looks like. I probably should have been showing you guys all of the products up close, but I'll have everything linked for y'all down below, like I said. But this one is made with shea butter and rosehip oil. I actually heard about this from Andrea, and I decided to pick it up after I saw it. I can't remember if I saw it in a beauty video or in a vlog that she posted, but Tree Hut is super inexpensive. I'm a huge fan of their lip scrub and their shea sugar scrub. So I just went ahead and threw this in the bag. I got mine from Ulta. It has one of those like angled applicators that just sit really nicely on the lips. And yeah, this is just a really great, like I said, everyday lip balm. I love to keep it on me in my purse when I'm out and about, just to moisturize my lips whenever I need it, especially in the wintertime, because I think in general, all of us are a little bit drier in the wintertime, and then also having to have a mask on all the time. It's nice to have something on you that's going to give your lips some really good moisture. So love that. And it's inexpensive, so love that too. And then last but not least for makeup, I have 2 setting sprays, and these honestly were game changers, especially because we are in the world of wearing masks now. And if you are somebody that wants to wear makeup when you go out still and you're having to wear a mask on top of it, these setting sprays are going to change your life. So the first one is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This right here, as you can see, it is all the way down to here because I use this every single time that I do my makeup. Between this and the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray, they are my two holy grail go-to setting sprays. And I actually just remembered I did not set my face today, which is probably why I'm getting a little oily. So we're just gonna do a quick little set. But yes, it has a really nice, fresh scent to it, not too much. But this right here is going to lock your makeup in place and you're going to be good to go. If I know that I'm going to be going out, I'm going to be wearing a mask, I'm going to be needing my makeup to stay in place all day, I will always spray this on because it just does such a great job of holding my makeup in place, like I said. I actually ended up picking this up after hearing my friend Jasmine talk about it. She said that she was in a Sephora store and one of the associates recommended it to her because she said, of course, when they're working, they have to wear their mask. And when this launched, she tried it and her makeup did not transfer onto her mask at all. That was all I needed to hear to pick it up, and I've been in love with it ever since. So definitely had to give this one a mention. And then the next setting spray is a product that I found about halfway through the year. A lot of people don't really talk about this setting spray, and like I mentioned to you guys, I think I'm gonna film like a kind of like an updated foundation routine specifically for wearing my mask and products that I have found for my oily skin that help to keep my makeup in place all day long. Like I'm talking transfer proof, sweat proof, all of the above. I know that is a video that I have been needing to film for you guys, and I know a couple of you guys have been asking for it, my oily skin girls, so I haven't forgot about y'all. I am going to be filming that video. But one of the products that I have found that has really worked well for me is this product from Ben Nye. So this is the Ben Nye Final Seal Matte Makeup Sealer. When I tell y'all, this right here changed the game. I actually ended up picking this up I think in July, because that was when my job started. So basically we've been working from home pretty much all year. And then in July, they started having us come in 1 week out of the month. So we come in 1 week and then we work from home 3 weeks. So when I knew I had to start coming in, I wanted to start finding products that could help my makeup last all day because I knew I would have to have a mask on all day, but I would also want to do my makeup. So I found this, I tried it out, and I actually have a larger container of this. So when I use this up, I just refill it out of my larger container. That's how much I love it. I started out with this one, loved it so much that I purchased a larger container to refill and restock as this one runs out. But this is what it looks like. I got mine off Amazon, but again, like I said, I will link it for you guys down below. If you live in Atlanta, you can also find it at Norcostco, which is like a costume store that a lot of like makeup artists or people in film or people that are doing makeup for like TV shows and stuff like that in Atlanta go to purchase things. So if you live in Atlanta, you can also find it there. But that's beside the point. This right here I use as the last step in my makeup routine when I know I'm going to need my makeup to stay in place and I'm also going to be wearing my mask all day. So more so like if I'm going out with friends or if I'm going to be going to work, that kind of stuff. And the way that I like to use this, because there is kind of a trial and error with this. When I first purchased it, I was just spraying it straight on my face, which you can do it like that, but sometimes, like if it comes out not in the perfect mist or if you're holding it too close to your face, you can end up potentially messing up your makeup. So what I like to do is take my DSMD sponge, the black one. After I'm done doing my makeup, I will spray this on the sponge, pretty much saturate it, kind of like tap it off on a towel just a little bit, and then I'll go in and tap it on my face, on really just on the areas that I want to make sure it lasts. So usually like right along here, because that's where my mask is going to sit, right along here on my chin, again, because that's where my mask is going to sit, on my nose, because that's where my mask is going to sit, and then also on my forehead, just because I tend to get oily there. And y'all, listen, if you are oily, if you are someone that has issues with your makeup transferring, as long as you don't mind something that is going to make your makeup very, very matte, because this stuff is not a game. It's not nothing to play with. It's going to make your face super, super matte. So if you are okay with that, I would recommend this. Again, I could literally talk on and on and on about this. I'll save that for another video, but I will have the link for you guys down below if you're interested. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get into my skincare favorites. A lot of these I have mentioned to you guys before, so I know this video is getting a little bit long, so I'm not going to spend too much time chatting about these because, again, a lot of them I have mentioned in previous videos. And yeah, skincare is pretty much self-explanatory. So the first thing that I have to mention to y'all is my Foreo. This is the Luna Mini. I picked this up from Sephora a couple of years ago. I got it during one of the sales. Highly, highly recommend this. Before I purchased this, I was using the Clarisonic. I think Clarisonic actually may be out of business because when I went to initially, the reason I started looking for something different is because the battery in my Clarisonic died, and when I went to try to like find out how I could replace the battery, I couldn't really find any information about Clarisonic. So let me know down below if you were previously a Clarisonic user. Like, are they out of business? Like, what's the deal? But yeah, at that point I just ended up deciding to try something different, and I picked this up after hearing somebody else talk about it. I don't remember who it was, but I heard someone else talk about this. And you guys, if you have a brush cleaner, like a Clarisonic or something else like that, I would recommend, if you're looking for something different, I would recommend upgrading to this. It is a little bit pricey. Again, that is why I purchased mine during the sale, but this is honestly worth every penny. First of all, it's silicone, so it's much more, what's the word I'm looking for? Sanitary. Much more sanitary. It doesn't harbor bacteria. It's much easier to clean. After I'm finished cleansing my face, I just run it under water. It doesn't hold or trap any of that dirt from cleansing my face or anything like that. It just runs clean underwater, and yeah, it's just much more sanitary. Also, it has several different like levels that you can change it to as far as the intensity if you're like wanting a really, really deep clean. I pretty much have always had mine on the first setting. I haven't ever really tried higher settings. But the other thing I really like about this is it pulses to let you know when to move to the next area of your face. So you start on your cheek, it goes for a certain amount of time, you go to the other cheek, go to your forehead, go to your nose and chin, and then when it goes through the full cycle, it will double pulse to let you know that it's done. It'll still keep running, so if you want to keep cleansing longer, you can, but it just helps you to make sure that you're cleansing your skin long enough. I think it's like 1 minute or 2 minutes, or I think it's 1 minute that it goes for. So it's good to have that timer to make sure that you are cleansing each area of your face long enough. And I cannot say enough good things about this. I have had this for years, and I probably have only charged it a total of maybe 3 times, and I use this morning and night. So it holds a charge for a really long time. It's great for travel, really small, compact, much more travel friendly than my Clarisonic was, because my Clarisonic was huge. And also the main selling point on this is it helps you to make sure that you are cleansing your face long enough, and also it's much more sanitary because it's silicone. So highly recommend this. All right, so sticking with skin cleansing products, I have 2 cleansers and 1 like makeup removing balm. So the first one that I have is the balm. This one is from Pharmacy. This actually got sent to me in PR, I think. And I'm so glad that they sent this to me because now I'm obsessed with this. This is the Pharmacy Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. This one is in the Very Cherry Clean scent, which apparently is a limited edition. It's probably blowing it out a little bit because of my lights. But yeah, it's a limited edition scent. It smells amazing. But honestly, I have a couple of these cleansing balms. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. But this is what it looks like on the inside. But I have a couple of these cleansing balms that I had just been hoarding in my skincare drawer. And then when I got this one, I had just run out of one of my other ones that I was using. I don't even remember what it was, which should tell you how good this one is, because now I don't even remember what I was using prior to using this. But I've really been enjoying this. Again, I know it's a little bit more, well, I don't know exactly how much it is, but it's definitely not a drugstore product. but it's really, really good for breaking down your makeup and helping you to like get all that gunk off of your face before you go in with your cleanser. So definitely had to give this one a quick little mention because I've been loving this for doing my double cleanse process. And then before I go into my cleansers, I wanted to mention these to you guys as well. I mentioned these a long time ago, and then I haven't mentioned them for a while, so I wanted to share them with you guys one more time. These are makeup remover wipes from the brand Simple. I keep being about to drop them, but this is what they look like. These are micellar cleansing wipes, and I wanted to mention these to you guys for any of y'all who have sensitive skin. So I've been using these for a really long time, and then I can't remember if it was this past year or the year before, I tried using a different makeup wipe and my skin broke out so bad after using it that I was like, okay, I'm just going to stick to these. They are very, very gentle on the skin, which is kind of like their whole vibe. I was going to say motto, but these are clean beauty, cruelty-free, good for all skin types, no harsh chemicals. They're also compostable, and they have like a lot of really great vitamins and just like ingredients in them that are just good for your skin in general. And they do a great job of removing your makeup. So typically what I'll do is remove my makeup with this, or like most of it with this. This also gets off like waterproof eyeliner, mascara, all of that kind of stuff. Then I'll go in with my cleansing balm. Then I'll go in with my cleansers. So, you know, just to make sure we're getting all of that makeup off of our face. But these are really great. You can find these at Target, at Walmart. They're very inexpensive. They're like $5, but I normally get the double pack, which is $8. So you save a little bit of coin, and then you're just stocked and ready to go whenever you need a makeup wipe. So love these. I had to mention them really quickly. And then for my cleansers, I have 2 cleansers that I have been loving. So before I jump into talking about that, these next 3 products, I have 2 cleansers and then 1 like cream that I'm going to share with you guys. If you missed the video that I posted back in like summer-ish of last year, I had a crazy allergic reaction to a skincare serum that I tried out in the summer. I was trying to like clear my skin, clear my dark spots, get the glass skin, radiant situation happening. And I tried out a vitamin C serum that sent me into an allergic reaction like I have never had in my entire life. I will link that video for you guys if you want to check it out. But it was very traumatic. Horrible experience. I would not wish it on anyone. But these 3 products I'm about to share with you guys worked and have continued to work wonders on my skin since then. And well, obviously I started using these products after I got the allergic reaction under control, because it was bad. Again, I'll link the video if you want to check it out. I don't want to get too off track. But once I got the allergic reaction down, and then I needed something to like help get my skin back to normal, if that makes sense, like after the reaction was controlled, these are some of the products that I have been using. So the first one is from Tata Harper. This is the Tata Harper Clarifying Cleanser. It has AHA and BHA. Now this is expensive. I'm not even gonna front. I only purchase this cleanser during the sales. You can get it from Sephora. I only purchase it when it's on sale. I never pay full price for this, okay, period. But this is what it looks like. And anytime that I have a breakout, acne, my skin is just needing a little something extra, I will use this and it clears my skin up like that. So it does what it's supposed to do. It is a little bit pricey, but it works. It really does work. So if you are someone that has an occasional breakout, or if you actually have acne prone skin, again, like I said, it is a little bit pricey, but I would highly recommend trying this out. They do also have a smaller travel size version of this that you could also try if you want to just test it out before you actually splurge on the full size. I tried picking up the travel size version once, and I used it up so quickly that I just purchased the full size. But I definitely had to give that one a mention. I've mentioned it before on my channel, but it's such a good cleanser. Highly recommend that you pick it up if you have acne prone skin, or if you're just trying to clear up anything on your face, dark spots, pimples, anything like that. The next one is also a clearing cleanser. This one is from Dermalogica. This is the Clearing Skin Wash. And this one I like because it's a little less intense than the Tata Harper. So I can use this one both morning and night. I can use Tata Harper morning and night as well, but that one is so much more expensive. I kind of like to save her for like special occasions when I need her for something specific. This one I can use pretty much all the time as my everyday cleanser. I've been enjoying this one because not only does it do a great job of cleansing my face, it's also doing a great job of helping to clear up any breakouts that I might have and also clear up any dark spots that I might have on my face. So yeah, it's a foaming cleanser, which I like. I'm not a fan of those like creamy base cleanser. I need foam, I need lather. So I really like this one for that. And it does say that it's powered by prebiotic technology, helps preserve skin's protective barrier, and microbiome while keeping skin clear. It has salicylic acid, which helps to stimulate to clear clogged follicles and smooth away dullness. Rice-derived antioxidant, helps to brighten skin. And yeah, it just has a lot of really great ingredients in it, and it's just doing wonders for my skin. So definitely had to give this one a mention. And then the real star of the show, those are like co-stars. The real star of the show is my Curology. I have mentioned this to you guys previously. I stopped using it for a while, and then when I had that allergic reaction, I was trying so many different things to get my skin back to the normal that it was before that allergic reaction happened, and literally nothing was working. So I reordered my Curology. I had my formula updated a little bit, specifically for acne, for my pores, for dark spots, and just helping me to recover from that allergic reaction. And when I tell you guys, my skin cleared up so quickly when I started using this. I have been stuck on it ever since. I'll link this for y'all down below if you're interested. If you're somebody that is having issues with your skin, if you've got like these dark spots that you just haven't been able to figure out how to clear up, if you have acne prone skin, if you're trying to work on your pores, whatever it is that you're trying to work on, anti-aging, any of that stuff, I definitely recommend this because it's worked wonders on my skin. I don't know why I ever stopped using it because it really is a great product. And then last but not least, for skincare, oh my gosh, I feel like this video is going to be so long, but if you have stuck to the end, you really are the real MVP. I appreciate you. Let me know down below in the comments if you watched the whole video. But the last skincare product I have for you guys is this eye cream. This is from Belief, and this is their moisturizing eye balm. Looks like this. I've mentioned this on my channel in the past. Pretty much anytime that I've had a favorites video where I talk about skincare products, I always mention this because it is so good. I've tried several other eye creams. I have tons of eye creams that I've tried, and I always go back to this one. It just gets the job done. Like it says moisturizing eye balm. That's exactly what it is. It says it provides intense moisture and also helps to boost elasticity. My skin is very, very oily. You guys can probably see even more so now because I've been sitting here for a while. The oils are starting to come through. I've had this makeup on now for about a little over 3 hours. So my natural oils are starting to do their thing. So you guys can see for yourself that I do have oily skin, but underneath my eyes is the only area on my face that is actually dry. It's actually funny because my face is oily except for under my eyes, but everywhere else on my body is dry. Like everywhere else on my body, I use super intense, hydrating, heavy, thick creams to moisturize because everywhere else on my body is super dry, including my scalp. But my under eyes are super dry, and like everywhere else on my face is super oily. Very weird, but it just is what it is. So for my under eyes, I always like to use things that are super, super hydrating. And like I said, I've tried a lot of different eye creams, and a lot of them were good, but this one is great. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. So good. So yeah, if you're looking for something to really hydrate underneath your eyes, especially since the skin under your eyes is so thin, it's an area that can tend to get wrinkles and nobody wants that, I would definitely recommend picking this up. You get a pretty good amount of product in here. I don't know if it says, I'm sure it says on here. Okay, 0.84 fluid ounces, so almost a full fluid ounce that you get in here. Mine is almost empty. You probably won't even really be able to see because it's white, so is probably being blown out on camera. But this lasts me for a pretty good amount of time because it is a really thick cream and a little of it goes a long way. But I like to slather it all over, especially my under eyes, and I like to bring it up around my eye as well. And it just gives my eyes the moisture that it needs. I use it day and night. Really, really great eye cream. Like I said, 10 out of 10 would recommend. All right, y'all, so that is going to bring us to the end of this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Just a little something chatty to get us back into the beauty videos. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I gave you a lot of great recommendations to try out that you know, haven't thought of trying out yet. A few little things to help you spice up your Sephora cart for the next sale or just your next splurge, whenever that may be. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. Like I said, I will have my lifestyle favorites coming very soon because I do have several other things, like I said before, hair, fragrance, all of those things, just lifestyle stuff in general that I want to share with you guys that I just didn't want to include in this video because I already knew it was going to be my first video filming back with you guys and I was going to be a little chatty and I just didn't want it to be like a 2-hour video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I have lots of new content coming for you guys. Like I said, I am currently reviewing the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation and I also picked up the new Charlotte Tilbury foundation. So lots of new stuff coming for you guys really soon. If there's anything in particular that you guys would like for me to review. Oh, and I picked up that new Jaclyn Hill blurring tint situation and the concealer, so I'll be reviewing that for you guys really soon. Lots of stuff for my oily skin girls, letting y'all know whether or not this stuff is for us or not. So stay tuned for all of that. Let me know down below if there's anything in particular that you guys would like to see from me, and I'll add that to the list. And yeah, I think that's it. So if you watch this whole video and you aren't subscribed, you might as well just go ahead and join the fam down below and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you made it all the way to the end. It just helps me to get my video out in the algorithm for other people that might be interested in some recommendations, some makeup recommendations. And yeah, that's all that I have for you guys for today's video. So thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.
We can count all the stars in the sky as they pass by your face. On your face. Take a trip up to Mars, hold you tight.